So assuming that you have realized that you do have sexual trauma that is blocking you in your sexuality, in your social life, in your daily life maybe it's influencing, maybe it's really impacting your life, like it did for me, for example, then you may want to know how to work on it. You may say, okay, Lotfi, you convinced me. I need to do something about it. So, should I work with you? Well, I will help you answer this question. I will share with you how do I work with my clients on this. And if that feels good for you, then you can click that button or hit that link and request to work with me. So here is how I would work with you. So we would have a call and we would sit down, ground, do a short meditation to just be fully relaxed, to relax the mind, because we want to get to the subconscious, we want to get to the root source, and the mind is often in the way. We think we know, but there's so much that we actually don't know. Like you may feel that there's something, but you don't know, you don't remember. So that's why relaxation is really important, the grounding is important. So create a safe space. And then you'll tell me what you feel is the reason that there's something blocking you, the effect is having on you and on your life. And then the process has already started. I'll guide you. And that's going to be intuitive. I'm going to feel in the moment which way we will need to go, where we need to investigate. And we'll dive deeper and deeper till we really reach the root source of what's affecting your life. And yes, there may be memories coming up. Yes, there may be some painful feelings coming up. But it's not about reliving the pain over and over again. It's about releasing it, letting it leave your body, literally. Because we're trained to suppress feelings, to push it down, to put a lot of soil on it, to bury it. But it does come up. It's like a volcano, you can put a big stone on top of it, but one day the pressure will have built up so much, it's going to do a kaboom. And we all know what an eruption of a volcano can lead to, especially people living in Europe. For example, they remember 2010, that one bloody volcano in Iceland screwed up all travel throughout Europe for a week or two. And that's how disruptive this can be for ourselves as well. I've experienced it. So we'll go to the root source and we're going to heal the wound there. That's the first big step that we're going to take together. The first big step for you is to actually admit that you have a problem. And then the second step is to take action, is to actually contact me or contact somebody else to work on this, to address the issue, to stop running away from it, to stop hiding it, to stop burying it. The second big step that you and I are going to take is integrating the changes in your life. You can see it like having surgery to take out something that doesn't belong in your body anymore, and then that external wound needs healing, but we assume that's going to be smooth. But the recovery, the true recovery, is learning to walk again. Which means, in your case, maybe learning from scratch how to be when it comes to intimacy, when it comes to connection, when it comes to sexuality. You heard I said three things: intimacy, sexuality. But the second one was connection. Connection is something we have everywhere. You go to the grocery shop, we connect with the salesperson there, the cashier. Even if it's for a minute, we connect with people all the time. And letting go of a wound, of a traumatic event, and all its residue in our body, means that we will be a different person. It means that we need to regain trust. First of all, within ourselves. Trusting somebody else is easy once you've learned to trust yourself. And that's where most people are not aware of. Well, that's where most people make the biggest mistake in life. They shut out people. They do not trust anybody. And they think that's going to make them safe. That actually is not. It's just making them much more unsafe. If you trust yourself, it means you trust your feeling, you trust your intuition, you trust your instinct. And that's when you know what to do and when to do it, or what not to do. That's when you know if you can actually trust somebody or not, if it's okay to be around somebody, if it's okay to be connected to somebody to a certain extent or not. If you do not trust yourself, then you're just walking around or running around and even running away from everyone, but not just from everyone, but also from yourself. Which is probably what you're experiencing now if you're watching this video. Because that's what trauma does to us. It makes us so bloody scared that you can literally be afraid of our own shadow, our own shade actually, not even the shadow within us, but just the shade. Or we touch something and we don't realize we touch, we hear the noise and and that takes time and practice. So we may reach the root source within 1 or 2 sessions. But then, the most important part actually, after that, is integration in your daily life. And that's why I do not do just 1 session for this kind of stuff. Because I've experienced myself having the healing, but that was just the beginning. And because the person who gave me that healing was not there to guide me further, it took me a while. And luckily I had a mentor who, when I realized that I needed guidance in that area, started to help me. And then somebody else came on my path who really guided me and helped me to start to understand things. And even then it took me a while, because I didn't have the professional help I needed, the professional support. This is also why you can see on my website I also offer the possibility of mentoring, so the long-term mentoring, which is not just about the sexual trauma or trauma in general. It's about having this person with whom you can Actually have a feedback talk. Okay, I'm walking my path now and I'm doing this, but I come across all these things that I don't know how to deal with because they're really new in my life. I never thought I had to actually answer these questions. Having a mentor can really help with that. But first of all, the most important step you need to take is to decide to actually work on yourself. To decide to heal the wound and then start to recover, and start to rebuild your life. That's not just going to be the sexual area of your life, not just the intimate, but most probably 90% of your life will change, will be affected in a good way. You will start to attract less people who are constantly pushing those buttons or triggering you. Those people will move away once you have healed your wound. But those people are on your path now to help you realize that it's time to do something about it, that there is a wound that needs healing. Hence my video, probably you see it up there, about why certain people come on your path in your life. So I really encourage you to take the courageous step to rebuild your life, to start living from here, from energy of love, from energy of building and creation, instead of an energy of fear and worry. Not being a victim anymore. Being somebody who's free. Click that link and let's start working together.